Stifler, ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. It's getting into this way too late, but okay, going around the table, starting with you, go ahead.
I don't agree with rating yourself because I think it's...
Isabella, what are you doing here? Okay, go ahead.
I think it's extremely subjective. I think you shouldn't devalue yourself to a number.
Okay.
And it could change at any time, like really based on how you're feeling. Like you could wake up one day, maybe you're super sick or you're feeling down, and you could see yourself in a more negative light than if you're super like uppity and confident in a positive.
Are you super
way.
uppity and confident and positive today?
I'm pretty neutral today, but like I'm not
Okay.
gonna
Give us the neutral rating.
I'm not gonna give myself a number.
If you were to engage, just as a thought experiment with Stifler's question here, if you had to, anything?
No.
What if hold on, I'll come back to you. What about you?
Like a 6.5.
7.5, 8 on a good day.
5. 2.
Oh, come on.
That's,
Sorry, go ahead.
that's none of my business.
7.
Well, no. Hold on. What do you mean it's none of your business?
How can I objectively rate myself?
That's not. It's subject. You would subjectively rate yourself. It's
Well,
not
I'm
an objective
attracted
standard.
to women, so or myself.
But you're rating your own looks on a scale of 1 to 10. You could
6.
Why don't you tell us why you object to the question?
Because it's none of my business, I said.
It's none of your.
Like, I'm not going to rate, like,
It's
how am
none
I
of your
going to be
own business?
objectively rating myself? Yeah, it's not my business. It's somebody else's business if they find me attractive or
Oh,
not.
I see what you're saying. You're saying that only another person could rate you
Well, yeah.
Oh,
because it's a subjective metric. But then isn't it a subjective metric from them rating you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then it's just as arbitrary as what you'd rate yourself. So what do you rate yourself?
Well, I said 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought that was like a passive aggressive. Okay, fine. I'll give myself a 6. Okay. Did you answer? Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said 7.
Andrew?
3, 4.
Okay. Give myself a 5. 5. Isabella, you want to give it another crack here, or do you want to be difficult?
I mean, I don't have a number, and I honestly think everyone here is being pretty modest because they probably don't want to come off as conceited by giving themselves a high number. But
Wait.
I feel as though
Has anybody here deflated their answer?
I did.
Any of you?
I'm a 10.
Oh, okay.
I'll admit it. It's true.
I did slightly because I think I have a pretty face and my butt's pretty good, but I have to consider where I am on the dating market given the podcast. So I'm being realistic, I believe.
Do you want to continue, Isabella?
well, first of all, I don't like all your self-deprecation that you have been saying throughout this podcast.
Yeah.
I think you're beautiful. You shouldn't say these negative things about yourself or think these things about yourself, or think of yourself in a way of how you're marketable to men in dating, because I think that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, all that matters is how you feel about yourself and your own confidence.
Well, I am a confident
Actually, it kind of
person,
does matter.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to have a partner, then yeah, it
But
does
she
matter.
has a part, right? Didn't
Oh,
you
yes,
say-
I do. And
Yeah,
I
so-
think part of that was I was honest with myself. Like,
No, just be delusional.
I love
You
delusion.
need to be delusional.
She loves delusion.
I love delusion.
and also,
Just love yourself and be delusional.
I do love myself. I think I'm a
Say
very
it one
funny
more
person.
time for the camera.
I love delusion.
She loves delusion. Okay. Here, let me try to. Okay, Isabella. One of the many ways we evaluate potential partners is by their physical attractiveness, right? So, how do you think that the broader dating marketplace would rate your physical attractiveness
I
on a
have
scale
no
of 1 to
idea.
10?
That's very subjective. Like, how am I supposed to know? Like, someone could think I'm a 1 and someone could think I'm like an 11. Like,
Well, this
Okay,
is
okay,
why
hang on,
we
hang on.
have
I could maybe take a
numbers
crack at
and
this.
statistics. So if 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 people were to rate you, We could arrive at a mean. We could arrive at a median. We
Yeah,
could
but-
arrive at an average. What do you think if 10,000 people rated you, what the average
I
would be?
literally, I couldn't tell you. Like, I have no idea. I don't know where I'm
If you were to
gonna be.
guess.
Do you think you're a
I
10?
don't even
Just
have an
say-
educated
you
guess.
wanna- you want to just say you're a 10? You
Sub-
want to say she's a 10?
Objectively, 10 being like,
The highest.
you look like 100% perfect, no flaws, like whatever. That's still subjective. I would still say no, but someone else could think that. Or someone else could think that it'd be crazy to think that. Like, how am I supposed to know?
You're not supposed to know.
I don't go around asking people like, oh, what, can you rate me from a scale from 1 to 10? Like, why would I do that?
Yeah, you don't need to do that. That's not really the point of the question is, okay, you would agree with me, for instance, that there's ugly dogs, right? Like really ugly dogs, and then there's really cute, fluffy dogs, right?
I've never seen an ugly dog.
Never.
I love all dogs, even the hairless Chinese fuzzy dogs.
Is there any animal you think is ugly? Any?
Hairless cats.
No, they're so cute.
Those are adorable.
I don't know. Not really.
Nothing.
I don't think so. I mean,
Is a turkey vulture a good-looking animal?
like,
Would you say it's cute?
yeah.
Yeah. A turkey vulture?
Like, it's cute in its own way. I don't see
I mean, it's a
cute.
subjective metric, you know. Who could know? Who could ever know? Yeah, it's a subjective metric. The whole point of the subjective metric, though, is just to kind of get a gain on if what you think about you reflects morality.
Were you being
or
legit when you
reality.
said 3 or 4 for yourself?
Yeah.
That was your serious
So-
answer?
Yeah, that's my serious answer.
If
For me.
You're
Yeah.
saying it's a test on someone's delusion, like whether they're
Yeah.
in touch with reality.
Just
or
saying if they're in
delusional.
touch with objective reality or not.
But it is subjective, right?
Of course, it's
It
subjective.
is.
So how can you be in touch with subjective reality? Everybody has their own subjective
that
reality.
sarcasm is so great, right? Except you probably utilize what's called a correspondence theory of truth, which is that things that you consider true are things which correspond with objective reality. Would that be what you consider truth to be?
What the hell are you talking about?
I know, you don't get it, right?
It's like weird. It's like,
So
let me just
you
come up
are
with some random shit.
all reality is subjective?
no, I never said that.
Okay, great. So is there is any beauty standard objective, or is it all subjective?
It's all subjective.
All of it's subjective. Is that an objective statement?
It's too late for this.
Like, it just depends. On, like,
It
in
just
different-
depends
in
on if it's
different
objective or
cultures-
subjective.
Well, in different cultures, like different
It's both.
physical
There's like
features
objective
are more
and there's
attractive
subjective.
than others.
Okay. Is it objective? Like obesity. Can we give an objective marker to what makes a person obese?
Yes.
Really? Or is it subjective?
I mean, there's a scale.
Yeah.
And what? And
it's a
is the scale
range.
just subjective?
Well, it's not like there's just one set number of like.
Well, this is my
you're
point,
over
right?
this,
It's
then
like,
you're obese.
it's like we can play with words if you want, but the thing is I think that even from a subjective standpoint, there's going to be some things which correspond with reality. Like I would say, for instance, a person who had 4th-degree burns all over their face probably wouldn't be that high on the attractiveness scale. Probably. That would probably correspond with reality, right? So is it subjective? Is there one unicorn out there who's like, oh, he's gorgeous? Maybe, but it generally doesn't correspond with reality. So that's what Brian's saying. That's why he asked the question. It makes sense.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's a conversation. All right. Okay. All right. Good times. Well,
So
at
what
least
is the
there's no
answer?
10s. There's no 10s at the table. So I
Well,
mean,
what's the
that's
answer
good, right,
from
Andrew?
the subjective standpoint?
I don't have an answer.
You don't even have a subjective
Good
one?
talk.
No.
No. Okay.
It's good. There's no 10. At least there's no 10s at the table.
Has that ever happened?
Why can't everyone be a 10?
Well, they can. It's all subjective.
Why can't?
Yeah, if you believe you can be a 10 if you believe
You
you're
know,
a
it only
10.
goes up to 10, and I'm a fucking 20.
If you
Yeah,
think that,
because
if
nothing
that's what you
means
wanna
anything.
think,
Yeah,
then like
yeah.
good for you. Like you can think that.
If everybody's a 10, then nobody's a 10.
Yeah, technically, yeah. So then, why does the number even matter? That's what I was trying to say in the first place. Like, why would you like put yourself in a number category.
How
on
would
a
you
scale
feel
from
if you
1 to
didn't
10.
eat breakfast this morning?
How would you feel?
Hungry?
How you would feel hungry? Okay.
I wake up starving every morning.
What's that?
I wake up like starving every morning.
Okay.
Like I'm super.
I was just
hungry.
curious.
You know, there's resources for that.
No, I.
Wow, that joke totally fell flat. Fuck. Okay. Oh, God, okay. Tough ground tonight, eh?
It's rough, yeah.
Tough crowd. All right.